Throughout the journey growing this channel past 10,000 subscribers, I have read tens of thousands of comments from each of you talking about what's going well, what's not going well in your life, and one of the common themes that I've observed across the board is that so many of us feel lost or stuck early in our careers in life. We feel like we're in an ocean, we have infinite options, we're swimming so hard but we're not going anywhere, there's no land in sight. This results in the comparison game, imposter syndrome, the feeling of anxiety, stressed out. I'm here to tell you that if you just wait and hope that everything will magically get better in your 30s, that's not going to happen. Now is the time, and I'm going to talk to you about the strategies I'm using to set myself up for massive success in my own life. There's so many people that you can listen to on YouTube that have achieved way more than me, but I'm coming from a place of I have nothing to sell you. I'm not telling you what you should be doing. I'm going to show you what I am doing in my life. Somebody that has promoted from a frontline sales development rep to a senior account executive, 4x their income, 6 promotions, just moved into an incredibly stunning 14th floor apartment downtown Dallas. And something that you need to know is that if I were to fall off this balcony today, I would go crashing down to the earth. If I want to dunk on a basketball hoop, I cannot because I can't jump high enough. Gravity is a limiting force that we as humans must deal with in the universe. So many of us put gravity in our own mind and we say, well, I'd like to start that business, but you know what? I just don't know if I can do it. Well, I'd like to ask that girl out, but you know what? I think the other guys are just better looking than me. There is no gravity in your mind, in your mindset, what you can achieve in life. And you need to remove those self-limiting beliefs right now. If you're not going to believe in yourself, why is anybody else going to believe in you? Every day I wake up and I tell myself, Trent, you are the man. You deserve a seat at that table. Half the battle, just getting what you want in life, is believing that you can do it. And I'm coming from a place of massive self-belief. And these are the 3 strategies that I am using to try and set myself up so that I can live an incredible life, prosperous, abundance in my 30s and 40s. Because the work you put in now in your 20s is actually going to unlock the life you're able to live in your 30s and 40s. Your zip code, what the house looks like, your husband, wife, your partner, the people you're around, the school you can send your kids to, how you spend your time. It's all really important. And that's why we need to get these things figured out, especially as it relates to work, money, relationships, health. And I'm going to talk about the strategies that I'm using to further my work in order to recognize more career success and go from where I'm at today to where I want to go in the future. Strategy number 1 is to build the right habits. A habit to me is a consistent activity or behavior that I do over time that either helps or hurts me. The best sports teams that you know and follow do not beat themselves. They get out of their own way. So rather than saying, I'm going to go start all these habits, I'm going to journal, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to cold shower, I'm going to do all these things, rather than trying to do all these new things, stop doing the existing things that may be holding you back. Look, all I did was I got out a piece of paper and I asked myself, I said, Trent, you want to be successful, you want to make more money, but why aren't you getting those things right now? And I was sitting there and I had the urge to play Xbox. So I wrote down number 1, I said playing video games. I realized that I like an escape after work, and I played a lot of Xbox, and I was really good at it. I was competitive, it was fun, it was a way to connect with friends, but it's actually a massive waste of time. And if you play video games, that's probably hurting you. So I said, you know what? That's a negative habit, video games. Let me replace it with a positive habit, something that I also enjoy, but something that will also pay me money and allow me to help other people and actually help me find more success. So I started making YouTube videos in the evenings rather than playing video games. So I wrote down, I need to stop playing video games. Number 2 was sports gambling. I just did a sports analogy. I love watching sports. I was in an environment living with roommates that also love watching sports. So it's naturally easy to come home and say, I'm going to watch the NBA playoffs tonight. I'm going to watch the Super Bowl tonight. What if I were to say that if you just replace that time watching the Super Bowl with prospecting and finding more people to add to your sequence so that you can generate more pipeline, maybe that's the fastest way to get the promotion rather than just making an excuse saying that you earned it, you deserve a beer, you get to watch the game. So I stopped watching sports in the evenings. And as a matter of fact, I got rid of my TV. I don't have a TV in this apartment. TV is one of the biggest time wasters there is. It's also really fun and I enjoy doing it. And that's exactly why I had to get rid of the TV. And then finally, excessive drinking on the weekends and any sort of drugs. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I'm now drinking again on the weekends. So this absolutely could backfire. I don't want you to think I'm a hypocrite. I just moved back downtown so that I could purposely work to improve my social life. And I don't really know how to go out and still have fun and not drink. And this actually plays into one of the strategies at the end of the video, getting out of your comfort zone, and drinking really helps with that. So I'm kind of torn on that one, but basically I listed what are the habits and behaviors that are holding me back. I wrote them down and I either tried to stop doing them outright or I tried to replace them with a positive habit. So in my day-to-day life, a great example of a habit is having a consistent morning routine. Wake up roughly the same time and do something to take control of your day. Whether that's working out, whether that's meditating, whether it's journaling, I do all three. Do something to take control of the day so that when you face resistance and challenging situations throughout the course of your day, you can lean on the fact that you woke up and you won to start the day, and that will actually help you throughout the course of the day. So think about what are the bad habits and what are the good habits you can start doing over time, because you're going to be set in your ways once you get to your 30s and 40s. You need those habits that will carry you over the long run. And that's why the Tom Brady's of the world are so successful, because they watch film, they keep their body in shape, mentally, physically strong, best habits in the world. The next strategy I'm deploying to find more success in my career and life is to purposely put myself in uncomfortable situations. And this is two-sided. I just moved into this new apartment downtown Dallas. I'm paying 2x rent. One of the reasons I did that was because of the amenities. I made a video today on my TikTok showing the spa, which has a cold plunge, hot tub, sauna, steam room. I absolutely love doing all those things, and it's a dream to me that I have a facility in my house, basically, that I can go to 24/7 that it seems like none of the other residents take advantage of. The cold plunge in particular, the water is like an ice bath, but even colder. You get in it and your body immediately resists it. And it says, Trent, if you don't get out of this water, your body's gonna shut down and you're gonna die. It's that survival mechanism, very primitive. Every morning, I start off with a cold plunge. I get in, I submerge my head, and I absolutely hate doing it. Before I step in the water, I'm always thinking to myself, Trent, you know what? You don't have to do it today. Once I do the cold water, which is beyond out of my comfort zone because I can't survive in it, I then get in the hot tub, which is in my comfort zone, which feels really pleasant to get in. When I'm in the hot tub, I'm comfortable. I'm not growing. I'm staying stagnant. When I'm in the cold plunge, I am fighting that urge of survival, and it is forcing me to get better. It is out of my comfort zone. That is why I do it each and every day. You need to seek situations that are purposely out of your comfort zone. I just moved downtown so that I could put myself in the mix to be in social situations, because something that's out of my comfort zone is talking to girls. I'm not very good at it. I've never had a relationship, and I'm trying to figure it out how I can become more intimate, personal, sharing my feelings with other people. I'm good at articulating business concepts, value, and just talking about what's going on, but I struggle doing that with girls. I moved downtown so I could put myself in more uncomfortable situations. And in work, if you feel lost in your career, maybe you don't see that career trajectory, maybe you don't have the relationships, you don't have the network you want. It can be really scary messaging a superior, somebody that is a decade ahead in their career, and saying, hey, I really respect what you're doing. I admire your work. Can we set up time and I want to learn from you? Not necessarily begging them to be your mentor, but seeking out that uncomfortableness of trying to learn from someone else that has done what you want to do. The people you respect and admire most in life have done things that you consider to be really challenging. Building a business, running ultra marathons, it could be anything. Put yourself in those uncomfortable situations so that other people will then respect and admire your accomplishments. And I am now trying to put myself in as many uncomfortable situations as possible because it will force me to grow as a person. This final strategy is the most important to fully embrace if you truly want to get ahead in your life as it relates to your career and your financial situation. The reality is economics binds us all together. The more money you have, the more freedom you're going to have with your life, for how you spend your time and what you can do with other people and the types of people you're able to attract in your life. So it's really important. So something everybody early in their career can be doing is to build your own infrastructure. You can compare a career to the Matrix. Most people are in the Matrix and they don't even know it. They go to work 9 to 5, they collect a paycheck, they contribute to their 401k, they lock themselves in with the mortgage, they settle for somebody that they truly maybe don't even want to be with, but they're just conforming to the standards of society and what we need to be doing. And by the time they collect their retirement, they're too old and they're too tired to even use it. I don't know about you, but that's not the type of life I want to live. I want to be able to live life on my own terms. I want to be surrounded by inspiring people. I want to help a lot of people. I want to do great things. I want to be able to pick up with my family and say, we're going to go live in Dubai for 6 months. We're going to fly on a private plane domestically. We're going to eat the type of food we want to eat, and we're going to be able to create more abundance and time in our own life. And one of the best ways to accomplish that is to create and build your own infrastructure. You need to build an asset that grows in value over time and use it as your vehicle to actually pay you out in the process. Because working a career, especially enterprise tech sales, you're gonna make a lot of money, but you also need your own infrastructure so that when you are ready to create more freedom, you have an asset that is paying you. Early in your career, one of the best things you can do is to build a YouTube channel, to start a blog, to record a podcast, to do a Shopify store. Basically, infrastructure, in my eyes, is a side hustle, some sort of asset that hard work will grow over time. I didn't need any money to start this YouTube channel. I used a GoPro, and I use my normal MacBook, and I use iMovie to edit. I've of course upgraded over time as I've started to make more money so that I can invest back in the channel to create a better experience. But building my own infrastructure has allowed me possibilities that I did not think would be possible at this stage in my life. And I know the more I keep going, the bigger it's going to continue to get. And once you have this infrastructure, it allows you to then get more creative and to do more things so that when I have this distribution with this channel, maybe I'm able to create some sort of product or service. And that is the impetus of actually starting a large software company that I desire and dream to do one day. So you need to ask yourself in your own life, what are you actually passionate about? What do you care about? And what are you good at? You need something that you like and that you're actually good at. And most of the time, you're gonna like it if you're good at it. Everyone says, follow what your calling is. And I'm here to tell you, follow what you are good at, and you naturally will become passionate at that thing. So I said, I'm really good at sales. I'm not the richest person in the world, so I'm not going to talk about personal finance yet. I'm going to talk about sales. And I started to build my own infrastructure, and it's really important to create assets instead of incurring liabilities. And everybody thinks a house is an asset. Everyone wants to buy a primary residence. A house, a primary residence purchased with debt is actually a liability because it's an asset for the bank. It's actually one of the worst things you can aspire to do. Rather than taking that big down payment to buy a primary residence, ask yourself, how can I use this money to learn a new skill through a course? How can I start using this to further my own brand? How can I use this to start a business? I'm here to tell you that the earlier you can start building your own infrastructure, especially early in your 20s. I started this channel at 24 and I felt like I was late in a way. The earlier you start, the faster you're gonna be able to get to that outcome, and it plays back to the beginning of this video. It has taken 579 videos to grow this channel to 10,000 subscribers, as I talked about. In the beginning, it was challenging to put myself out there, to have my ideas and my life criticized and critiqued by those around me, my friends, my family, in particular, my professional network, everyone I work with, because I talk a lot about money, success, career, sales. So you have a lot of eyeballs on you and they say, wait, so why are you doing that? And it's even harder to stay consistent when you know some people are watching, but you really have no engagement. Seems like nobody cares, nobody's listening, and you start to have this narrative in your mind of, am I good enough? Is this ever gonna work? Is this a good use of my time? Should I even be doing this? And I'm here to tell you, all that matters in the end is your belief in your vision for what's gonna happen in the future. That's all that matters. There's no altitude, there's no limitations. You can accomplish anything you want in life. It starts with believing you can have more, and if you believe you are gonna have less, then you're gonna have less. Believe you can have more, see it, start to instill the right habits, start to seek uncomfortable situations to grow, start to put yourself in those situations. I said, I want to have a cool view. I want to live around other cool, like-minded people. So I just canceled my lease and moved. And I said, I'll put myself in that situation. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to keep saving and say, one day I will have saved XYZ amount more money. It doesn't matter. And then finally build your own infrastructure. Those are the strategies that I am deploying to try to get ahead in life. Only time will tell how it actually works out. But I really hope that you can join me along the way as you see the ups and downs of what's actually happening in my life, my career, my business, my social life. I'm really optimistic that that's gonna get better over time. So make sure to subscribe to the channel now not to miss future videos. If you got value today, hit the like button as well. And if you want to see me in a different light, longer form content, I started a podcast to help people get to the next level. First link in the description below, Sales Prestige Podcast. We just brought on a big interview this week. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Go check it out. Have a great rest of the day. No gravity.